Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Ant-Man from 2015. It's directed by Peyton Reed and stars Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly. Again, we go backwards to go forwards as we dive back into the A section of my collection because I recently added Ant-Man to my collection, and so we need to talk about it. And since there's no better time than the present, we're going to talk about it now. Well, soon. Okay, there's a little more to the story than just that. See, next to my collection is a Dario Argento 5-pack of films, but the first two films in the collection we've already seen, Phenomena and Tenebrae. And since I neglected to mark them as seen when I was cataloging everything, I had those two films labeled as review number 375 and number 410, which is correct and we've already done. But I also have them as review number 476 and number 477. And I can't just drop both films from the schedule because then I have a gap from number 475 to 478. Luckily, I bought Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania recently, but hadn't reviewed them yet. So I'm taking this opportunity to bring us current in the collection, but also to fill a scheduling gap that exists due to my own fault. Anyway, long story short, we're reviewing Ant-Man today and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania tomorrow, before going back to the D section with the last three films in the Dario Argento 5-film collection. What do I think about Ant-Man? I like it. I can say that much easily. Paul Rudd is charismatic as fuck, the visuals are eye-popping, and the story is interesting enough. Now, there are three big detractors for me. Number one is Evangeline Lilly's hair in this film. Who okayed that? I'm realizing that it might be that way to try and fit the character as drawn in the comics that I've never read, but executive decision, that haircut was a bad choice. Come on, Kevin Feige, this is why they pay you the extraordinarily big bucks. The second problem is that there's a lot of montage around the middle of the film. There's nothing wrong with a good montage sequence, but when it takes up more than a few minutes of the film, it makes the rest of the film feel a little rushed and shoddily put together. The third problem is there wasn't more Michael Pena in this film. I mean, there was a good amount, I guess, but I could have used more of his character Luis because he was hilarious and I love his focused wrap-ups to Ant-Man, which they do too in the film, and if you've seen the film, you know what I'm referring to. They're the funniest part and also the highlights of the film, which is why I'm gonna give Ant-Man a B. Yuck, I just remember that haircut again. B-. Tomorrow we watch the third film in the Ant-Man trilogy, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. See y'all then.